and welcome back in studio. We've just been watching the online sailing club VRI's Club Championship, and we just saw a fantastic F18 race. And Alec, to get us with us in studio, we now have Asere.
Asere joins us live from Brest in France, and Asere, you led most of that race, and then in the end, you finished fourth. So what happened?
Yeah, I was a bit confused myself. I think KZ on the left had a very hard shift or something. I don't know. It was kind of odd, but that works sometimes. And well, I was kind of scared, so I I didn't really push my options, and eventually both number 2 and 3 got very close to me. I messed up my top gate rounding, and eventually on the downwind, I actually um, I don't know how to say, but I didn't use the kites, and the last boat passed me right on the line, so that was pretty unfortunate.
I think about halfway through that race, it was the commentator's curse. I think I said, well, I can't see anyone catching Asere. But then it was an interesting battle with Deja Vu, wasn't it? So just tell me, because we've spoken to a few e-sailors tonight, and what's your tip for getting better, for improving?
Oh, well, I think one of the most important thing that is very underrated is actually really focusing 24/7 on the windsocks. So the wind intelligence
Right.
is pretty much everything in this game, and once you've actually figured the wind patterns and everything, I think the second most important thing would be the specific virtual regatta rules, because they are very different from the book of sailing.
So you're talking about the windsocks. When you play as much as you do, are you beginning to see a pattern within the wind shifts, or are they totally random every race?
Well, I think you can never predict exactly what the wind is going to do, but I believe you can sort of guess, and sometimes it's obvious it's going to go really hard on the left, for example, and then you can push. Sometimes you're very unsure, and then it's better probably to play in the middle and kind of play defensive, so not go all the way to a side and eventually get, screwed. So yeah, it's really about trying to figure out what is the best, the safer option, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah. And are you a sailor yourself,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
just an e-sailor?
No, I actually sail. Well, as a matter of fact, my very last day on the water was December 2017 at the 420 Worlds in Australia, and ever since I actually didn't sail once, and I will have my first sail back in 3 days in the French Championship in Brest, actually.
In what boat? The 420 again?
No, not the 420. I've actually quit. I had to, focus on my studies, and it is going to be the Longue. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's very
No.
new for me too. Well,
What can you tell us about it?
I think it's a big. I don't know if you remember the 2012 match racing boats. Well, I suppose it's kind of the same, but you're between 4 and 5 dudes on that boat.
Okay, so it's not a solo. It's not a small dinghy.
No, it's not a dinghy.
Okay.
Indeed.
Well, you've taken a break from the real sailing, and in the meantime, you've picked up e-sailing. Do you think one has helped the other? Do you think e-sailing it will have helped your real sailing?
Well, actually, I I don't know, because I haven't sailed ever since I discovered this game back like 2 months ago or something. But I think definitely some things are going to be very, very useful. I think especially with the wind patterns, sometimes I just play very aggressive, and in real sailing, you don't have the wind intelligence, right? So you play way more with the opponents. You don't really match race a fleet, but I'm not sure how to put that out in words. But
Okay. Yeah.
in let's say in virtual regatta, you're gonna see if there's a hard right, but a shift very on the right. But in real sailing, it's going to be very random, and you're not going to be sure 100% until you're there yourself. So you're playing really with the fleets, and I think how to put that. Playing virtual regatta actually is helping me out with figuring out how the wind ladders work. When you're going upwind or downwind.
Mm,
Uh, yeah,
cool.
that.
So it's been beneficial. It's helped, and that's good news. And I think that's why a lot of national federations and in fact World Sailing have got involved in eSailing, because I guess it's a way for sailors to improve their techniques, but equally to get new people into the sport. And we've spoken to a few top sailors who aren't actually sailors, but who are dying to go and give it a go. So that's good news. I'm just going to ask Thomas how we're looking for the next race.
Yeah, what we're seeing, I'm just getting the result on another computer. I'm following Cube at the moment. I can see us here, you're getting third in total point score in the races. So you are in the Gold League. We're going to see you in the Gold League.
Ah,
To get S&P J8, Luca did the best result. How I see Rocket second. I see a third,
Yeah.
Havuk. Then KZ, who won over you, Alberto Carraro. M Power, Cube, F16, Cool Running, Siberian, Vilista 7-1, Bart, Lamprex, Deja Vu, Stripes, Confluencia, Timo Oho, and RSC Bundesliga team, and Maradoni is in the Gold League. And as here, I'm a little bit curious, just to say. I
Go
would
ahead.
just switch here. You have been writing a lot to me in the chat, in the private chat, about your age and where you're from. Because in the start you were sailing the Cuban flag. Why did you do
Oh,
that?
actually, my name is a Spanish word, more like Cuban slang. So I thought to myself, why not use the Cuban flag? And I didn't know that the World Championship and all of that was a thing until I actually really got into the game. So I didn't know you had to enter your real details, to be a part of that. So for a very long time, I actually raced with a Cuban flag.
Asia, you have to join the server. You haven't joined it yet. You're the last one missing in there.
Oh,
So just
I
speak while you're joining.
I don't know what the code is. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Join.
They are missing you as Seer in the server at the moment. I can just see it. I can count Red Dragon, Oho, KZ,
All right,
and
I
so on. And soon
go
I will
for.
count Seer also.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Is
my
it
bad.
okay we speak with you while, or shall we?
Oh, it's fine. I can race and talk if you need me. I should be okay.
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Alec, I think, shall we try to take one gold race with him while we are speaking with him, and then just ask what he's doing? Then we're just following
Yeah,
Seer's boat.
let's do it. This is going to be fascinating.
All
Fantastic.
right.
I will just get ready to join the server. Seer, Alec and I are still in your ears, so don't be afraid. It's just us speaking here. This
Yeah,
is a
no
Seer's
problem.
boat, so we're just waiting for the race to start. There's a 20 boat race start, Alec, this time. Push!
20 boats. Wow.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see the penalties on this.
So Asir, what are you thinking when you're getting ready for these races? I've been seeing you really experimenting with the starts, and right now
Oh yeah.
you're in front of the starting line, not behind it.
Yeah, well, in the G70, there's something that you don't doesn't really exist in proper sailing, which is the momentum. And so in the G70, if you fly the kite before the start, go downwind, you're probably going like something like 15 knots. And then when you're going back up at the moment of the starts, you're probably going to have an extra like 3 to 4 knots, going down all the way to 8, which is I think the maximum in the G70. So after this kind of start, you get something around I think 2 boat length ahead of everyone if you perform it very well. But you need to be very aware of your surroundings, and on a 20 boats fleet, it's going to be very tough, I think. So I will play it safe, I believe, tonight.
Okay, I'm struggling to see the screen here. So okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm watching it on our Facebook channel. That's fine, and I can see it fine. Okay. Okay.
I think we're missing two people, but I just told him to start because they might not show up. I don't know. Yeah, he just started. So pretty much, I think before the start, I think the wind shifts around once a minute or something like that. So if you pop in the race before the starting procedure, you can actually start to see the wind shifts prior to the race, and you can already pretty much guess what is going to be the pattern when you start the race. So I believe it might go to the left.
Okay, so we're watching you in the top left corner with the pink boat coming in. You're just coming around the committee boat, and you're going to head for the left-hand side then, the pin end of the line.
Well, I think I'll see once I start, but on this boat, I like to start on the committee part of the line because you have the advantage and there's just so many boats nobody can attack. So yeah, for now I'm just going to try to. I'm not going to have room, sadly.
You've got yourself in line, but you've been squeezed out as well.
Unless, yep, it's not going to be. Oh, I might take a pen here. No, I'm not. Yes. Oh, and this boat is gonna.
Okay, so there you got a penalty by F16.
Yes, yes. That's not the best start.
Well, yes, but on the other hand, you're also doing a commentary as well as trying to race. So
it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, let's have a look. We've got Havuk out in front from Turkey, Maradoni of Great Britain, and Timo is also out there in the leading bunch. But everyone seems to be agreed on which side of the course they want to be in, and the whole fleet is spread out from left.
Well, as I said, the wind is going to shift left because it was very hard right before the start, and right now it's actually left. And on the right side of your wind intelligence screen, you can see that the wind is shifting on the right very hard. So I suppose it is going to shift back to the right very soon, which is why I'm tacking away now.
We are just going over to the boats here. We see the attacks here, Alec. Stripes, SMPJ, Luca, Havuk, Timo. So many boats coming up to this gate mark. We have the first penalty there. It's Bart getting it.
Yeah, but Havuk, he's going to lead into this top gate. Doesn't it? KZ7, is he going to come in and steal another race?
And we can see Asir sneaking in. He's now in position 16. And Asir...
Oh, I'm going to take a penalty here.
Yeah, second penalty. That's a stupid one from Confluentia. So, so maybe next time we should not interview you when we are doing here. You won the last championship, and now there's a chance you will already be out of the next one here.
Yes, so. Perhaps the next ones.
I tell you what, why don't we just be quiet and leave us there to concentrate, and we'll see if you can catch up. How about that? That's a race within a race, isn't it? Whilst we focus on the front of the fleet. Azair can just concentrate on trying to get himself back into it. Meanwhile, we are at the front of the fleet here. Yes, we are. So this is KZ7 ahead of Timo, ahead of the Italian Ballista 71, Havuk of Turkey in the mix there. But it's really close between the top four. 15 meters only separating them as they come up to this top gate. See KZ7 taking his line into the gate. Havuk will tack 2.
Yeah, well, when you're in the back of the fleet, it's pretty hard to catch up, especially on the G70 because there's just so many spoiled wind, everywhere
Yeah,
that you don't really have. Yeah, you can't
yeah,
really do much.
yeah. I mean, that is one of the features of the game, that once you find yourself at the back, it is pretty difficult. However, there are times that Thomas and I have commentated on races where we've seen fights and battles and penalties amongst the top 3, 4, 5. It's interfered with things so much that the
And
rear of
Alec,
the
we're going to see a fight again here. See, K said he's all by himself, he's going to win. But see, Willis is 7-1. Havuk is fighting for second and third. And from behind, Alberto Carraro and Timo is coming in. So if they keep fighting, they will lose position. So
well, Havuk's not going to be able to get in there, is he?
Nah, he will get.
So,
He's attacking,
massive
getting third.
clash between those two.
Yeah, but Timo taking second, Havuk third, and Willis the fourth. Alberto Camaro. What a fight they have there.
Well, so the interesting thing there for novices, that you can go for a big collision on the finish line, and you're not going to get a penalty because it's too late.
Yeah, he didn't feel to slow down because of that, and asere coming in 50. So
Yeah,
yeah,
not the very best race.
yeah. Asere, we will just say goodbye to you and best of luck in the next race. And Alec and I will just speak about this how Havuk just attacked Willister, but see the difference. Willister still won with 0.1 second, Alec. So Asere, best of luck in the next race.
Yeah, bon chance.
Yeah. So there you see Alec, case set with a win, but Willister just managed to keep his second position here. Havuk third, Timo fourth, Alberto Camaro fifth, Carraro, and then we have Bart Lambrix 6, Empower 7, SMPJ Luca 8, Maradori 9, Cool Running 10, Deja Vu 11, Confluentia is having a hard time this time 12, F16 13, Asere 14. He actually won some spots there. Red Dragon, Stripes, and Siberian, and Oho disconnected. And then let's see here. See how Havuk and Willister was fighting each other all the way, and Willister just won in the last race. But it's amazing to see. This is esport, Alec. We saw them. Havuk on the outside. Let me try to do it like this. And Willister on the inside, and then we suddenly see Havuk just try to go through and see if he can win it. That's the difference from sailing and esport.
Yeah. It was exciting stuff, but I mean, he'd been forced out, hadn't he? Been forced out of the course and pretty much ran out of racetrack, really.
Yeah.
So he had no other choice.
No, I'd either take it in the last second and time it well and maybe win, or get a penalty and maybe get all the way to the fourth position. So it's by taking chances.